rise! Today is the third court trial here today of the hearing for Miss Piggy and Mr. Ken to determine whether or not if they are innocent for self-defence or they have been found guilty of the murder of Nick Turner on the 13th of August 2022. So let's bring the eyewitnesses here today. Let's start the eyewitness on the night of Nick Turner's death. So let's pass it on to Nick Turner's lawyer, please. Thank you, Your Honour. Let's bring here today Miss Piggy's neighbour, Rachel Saunders, please. Rachel, thank you for appearing in court here today for being the eyewitness of the murder of Nick on August the 13th. And want to ask first, was you close at all with Miss Piggy?
We may be neighbours, but not really, Your Honour.
What did you witness on the night that Nick Turner was tragically killed?
It started a couple of days before I may have saw the body was put in a boot of a car, but we'll get to that in a minute. It was very late, around Wednesday night, that a bloke was staring inside her house. I don't know why he was staring outside her house at the time of the night when I was trying to go to sleep as I had to go to work the next day. I thought he was trying to burgle the place, but didn't think much of it as I was too tired, of course, as I needed to go to bed for the next day, to sleep. And on that week, on the 13th, around 11:45 a.m, I saw Miss Piggy and Mr. Ken put some body bag shape, or could be a chair or something, for it looked very suspicious, and they drove off and put that in the boot of the car. I found out that when they both was arrested for the murder of Nick Turner, I thought I'd come here today to speak up in court here today.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. That's all from the witnesses here, Your Honour. Thank you, sir. And now let's go to Mr. Ken and Miss Piggy's lawyer to speak to one of their witnesses. So, lawyer, your turn to speak, representing Miss Piggy and obviously Mr. Ken during the court trials. Thank you, Your Honour. Peter Stewart was a witness around the time leading to the death of Nick Turner. So first things first, Peter, was you close with Miss Piggy? We wasn't close at all. What was Nick Turner doing around the time leading up to his death? I've seen this bloke watching Piggy and harassing her as I lived a couple doors down to her, as me and my wife kept on seeing this man staring and watching her outside her home. I found that suspicious and alarming, and I've been hearing noises from that house, and this creepy man I felt was involved in that, but I felt it wasn't my business to get involved at all in their problem. Thank you, Peter. That's all we have to say here, Your Honour. Thank you. That's all we're going to have time for the third court hearing here today. And we'll be back on Friday on our last court hearing to find out whenever or not Miss Piggy or Mr. Ken are even proven guilty or not guilty by the three members of the public, of course the jury, on Friday to determine if they're scot-free or they're scot out. But we're going to find out big, intense on Friday, and that's all we have time for, and you all can be dismissed. All rise!